Okay, looks like it's up. The stream video looks a lot different now. It's softer. Interesting. Oh, maybe it's my imagination. It's been, what, like 2 months or something since I streamed? I don't remember. At least a month. Probably not 2 months. I guess it's probably closer to a month or more. Anyways, before I get started, yeah, you can see there's the mark on my neck here. So, and obviously my beard and my neck beard shortened. So, before I actually start the game, I'm going to go ahead and explain. I also got a haircut a few days ago because it was getting really fucking long and it was too damn hot and it was a pain in the ass to wash. So, update on my neck. So I ended up getting the MRIs done. And, well, the second MRI, I mean, because they wanted me to get a second MRI done before going in to actually get surgery, because they wanted to make sure I still needed it before getting it done. So I did go in to get that. Let me see if I can pull up those images too. Give me a sec. I didn't think about doing this until after I just started the stream. Okay. So pull up that one. That one. That. And that. Okay. Anyways, so they wanted me to get an MRI done before going in to get the surgery done, just to make sure if I still needed it or not. That way I didn't get it if I didn't need it. But it ended up having no real difference from the first MRI. So I had a nerve on the right side of my spinal cord that was being pinched, and my spinal cord itself was also being pushed on by the herniated disc in my neck. The disc was in the 5-6 region, I think. Yeah, it was between the 5th and 6th cervical vertebrae. So while preparing for that, like right off the MRI, gave information saying, yeah, it's still fucked up, so you still got to get the surgery. I went ahead and I planned ahead because I remembered my pillows didn't do so well with sleeping while sitting up. So the arm pillow you see in the background there was something I bought for after the surgery, and I've been using that every day since getting out of surgery, because if I stretch my neck a little bit too much, it pulls in the stitches in my neck, not in the skin. The skin was just glued closed. I can get a little better here. So the skin here, not this spot down here, I didn't have anything at all. I'll explain what that little dot is in a minute. But the skin here was glued closed, and underneath that, and all the muscle they had to cut and burn their way through, and all the other tissue, because they had to go in through the front, push my throat and everything else out of the way so they could go into the back where my spine is, cut their way into the disc and remove it that way. Then they had to put in the Medtronic Prestige LP cervical disc, which is basically it's a titanium carbide, kind of like a ball and joint type thing. Let's zoom out. So it kind of is like a ball and joint type style. So there's like this top here, and then there's the ball here where these two fingers are. It's kind of like that, and it can slide back and forth and around a little bit, just a little bit, but it can also roll. You'll see that in the x-ray when I show that in a minute. So right underneath this, there's stitches holding the muscle and everything together, and those have to dissolve. On this side here, you can't see it on camera. It's hard to see even when not on camera. I can still feel there's like an accident or something. At least I think it's an accident. One of the stitches is actually poking out through my skin. It's a little bit annoying. It's caught and stuff a little bit, and it sometimes pokes my neck up here. But in the preparation stage, and I guess, yeah, this hole down here wasn't glued or anything together. That's where I had a drain tube for blood that was coming out of my neck, down and around this way, like it was taped to me. So excess blood, instead of it pooling up in the area and creating pressure or something, it was being drained out, and it had to go into this little heart-shaped bag thing almost that was just dangling around. It's kind of, I eventually put in the pocket of the hospital gown I had to wear. But so that didn't get glued closed. That tube just got pulled out when I was discharged, like right before I was discharged. I mean, they just went in, they held the finger here to make sure it didn't rip the skin, and they just slowly tugged on the tube to pull it out. It was really weird. It didn't hurt too much. It hurt a little bit, but it wasn't the pain that bothered me when they pulled it out. What bothered me was it created this weird suction where it's like it was pulling stuff from in my neck into the tube as it was going out, because obviously it was some sealed thing. There wasn't really any air in the bag to put into my neck, and there's no way for it to really correct the pressure differential of being pulled out. So that was a little annoying, but it wasn't too bad. Then I had to have a bandage on it for a week until a post-op appointment, and had to get it removed at that post-op appointment. Had it off ever since then. It took a couple showers or so before all the blue marker or whatever they marked my neck with went away. It took a couple or so showers as well before all the blood that was dried up on my neck went away, because this area was covered with blood just from the surgery. It's healing up pretty nice. I know it looks really red and bad right now, but it's really not all that bad at all. If I pull it like that and get different light, like I'm obviously messing with it quite a bit, so there's not really any pain on it. I still have to be a little bit careful, because sometimes I can, like right there I just did, if I mess with this end, or if I mess with this end a little bit too much, then it can cause a little bit of an annoyance or a little bit of a pain, but it's not too horrible. But there was some planning done beforehand. So the pillow, obviously I mentioned, I got that because it probably wasn't going to be all that easy for me to sleep while laying down, as I figured out when I had an issue with my neck before the surgery, and I had to sleep while sitting up, which was pissing me off. So I planned ahead. I knew arm pillows were good at holding you upright, so I got that, and it's been working really well. I also took the time to get new pillowcases, so right there, and over there is on another pillow. I got those new pillowcases because the brown pillowcase I was using with pillowcases, or with the pillows, I mean, before that, it was practically torn in half, because the corner of the windowsill there and there, it's got a sharp area, so it kind of tore into the pillowcases, or the pillowcase. It was one pillowcase with two pillows in it. And I also threw out an old pillow that was kind of exploded. It was only the stuffing that was out of it, like everything else was pretty much gone. So I also got a new pillow, which is the one in that, in order to replace it. The other pillow I have over there is fine. It was the other pillow I was using in that same pillowcase, but it's a good pillow still. I've only used that pillow one time while laying down, because sleeping with that was starting to hurt my back, and I didn't want to take some time to adjust it when I woke up to adjust it, so it would stop hurting my back from sleeping. Because I have to sleep at a weird-ass angle, and it's not really all that comfortable, and it's kind of hard to get comfortable, but it works a lot better than the pillows did that I was using before, so it helps. And during that one time I did sleep with that, it was hurting my neck, mostly in the front here. It kept feeling like the stitches were stabbing me everywhere, which really sucked. So there was that, and I only slept like that for 6 hours, so about half the time I was asleep that night. So I woke up about halfway through my sleep and had to adjust. Other than that, I also had to make sure this area here was shaved. I don't actually ever shave. I don't like shaving. At most, although I haven't trimmed it. I usually trim my mustache because it kind of gets into my mouth, as you can see it's already sort of doing. That's why I keep pushing it out of the way like that. I'm trying to see if letting it get longer will make it so it can just be permanently out of the way, so I don't have to trim it all the damn time, because I usually have to trim that once a week or so. I just use scissors on that. But since I don't have a razor to shave my neck beard or anything off with, I just used some scissors and I carefully pulled it out and trimmed it. Because they also said they would shave whatever needed to be shaved. That's actually why my beard here is shaved off, because that was way down to about here, like that. And I guess it was in the way during the surgery, so they trimmed it. They also did trim an area of my chest as well, or shave it off, I mean, at the same time they shaved my neck, which is something I wasn't expecting, but I guess they also needed to do that to clean the area or something. I have no idea why. But basically, you weren't allowed to shave 3 days prior to the surgery, so just to be safe, I trimmed my neck beard a week prior, and I was very careful not to accidentally nick the skin when I was trimming it off, because I imagine it probably would have been bad, and probably would have been like, yeah, call off the surgery, because you trimmed the neck, and you cut yourself with your scissors, you dumbass. But that didn't happen, so that's nice. Yeah, also I had to get all my bed stuff washed, like right before. So the day before I had to go in for the surgery, I washed all my bed stuff and put it in there. Even the new stuff, I had to wash those too. So those were washed before I even used them, except for the big arm pillow. That wasn't, because you can't really wash those big things. They're just too damn big for a washer. But I wasn't using that before the surgery. I only used that after. So actually, I guess I used the new pillow twice then. I forgot about that. I did use it once the night before the surgery. But yeah, so I had to wash all my bed stuff. Then before I went to bed, I'd use this weird red shampoo stuff, like an antibacterial wash stuff, just mostly around my neck is really all they cared about me using it at. It's just where this was going to be done. So that was done, and I had to be done twice. So I had to take 2 showers. I had to take one before I went to sleep. And the stuff really stunk, and it was not easy to use because it was liquidy like water. There was no viscosity worth shit to it. Like, it wasn't thick at all. It wasn't like regular shampoo. It was like you pour a little bit out of this little plastic thing, or plastic or metal, whatever the hell, this little rectangular packet thing they gave me. You pour it into your hand and you put it on. It's really hard to keep it in your hand and actually put it on there. So it took like the entire thing, because you twist your hand and obviously, oh, your hand's all of a sudden pointing down and it's not cupped, and you can't just like do that. It's like not easy, especially when you got a herniated disc pressing on your damn spinal cord, causing pain when you move in weird ass ways. So that was a bit of a pain to do. I had to do that before I went to bed. Then I had to do that again when I woke up, and the surgery was really early, so we got there right before 6, I think. We had to be there by 6. So, because the surgery started at 7, but check-in time was for 6. Or, no, surgery started at 7:30, not 7. But check-in was at 6 o'clock. So, in the morning, not at night. So, we had to get up around 4 in the morning just to get there in time. And so, went there, got ready. They had to put an IV in my forearm here. And there's a big blood vein that runs along your forearm right down here. That's actually starting to finally be visible. It's more visible on my left than it is on my right, but it's more visible now that I've lost nearly 70, or actually over 70 pounds in the last 2.5 years or so. Because as of today, I'm back down again to 255.8 pounds, right? Let me see. Been marking it. Yeah, 255.8, and I started up around 330. So they had to put an IV in my arm because the type of surgery they're doing said, no, you can't put it in your hand, and you can't put it up near your elbow area, your arm. They have to put it in the forearm. It's like, oh, okay. So they just put it in my forearm. It was a little bit annoying to have that done, but whatever. And let me check something here real quick because I didn't check if Nightbot was in, and I doubt it is. Oh, wow, Nightbot is in. That's interesting. Okay. Anyways, since that's done, after the IV was put in, everything was pretty smooth. I got wheeled in there just around 7:30, and the place was fucking kind of cold. Like, it felt like it was probably around 55, 60 degrees, which is interesting. I'm not sure what the point of that really is, but whatever. So they wheeled the hospital bed in there with me on it, and they had me move over to the surgery table, so like the operating table, after they locked the hospital bed's wheels. So I hopped over, then they attached these arms to the operating table for me to rest my arms on, or my left arm on, actually. I didn't need to use one on my right arm. It was just, I don't know, it was weird. And I had to have my head tilting back, so it was kind of in a dip. But I don't remember passing out. It was very odd. Like, whenever I sleep, because of my sleep disorder, I'm usually aware of the passage of time. So when I'm asleep, it's kind of a weird thing for me, where it's like I see blackness, I'm aware time is going by, I can feel that time is going by, and because of that, I'm also able to kind of set this internal alarm clock that I can wake myself up at certain points. That's not like, oh, you can just use an alarm clock to reset your sleep and have a normal sleep schedule. I can't do that, because using that internal alarm clock that I can do actually took a few years after high school before I figured out how to do that. But using that weird little internal alarm clock thing that I can do, this weird trick or ability to wake myself up at a specific time, doing that, it's essentially the same as using a regular alarm clock, just without the loud-ass noise. It's just like, okay, you gotta wake up at a certain time, you gotta get up at that certain time. You're still gonna be fucking exhausted because you're missing out on a lot of your sleep. So, I can do that because of the awareness I have when I'm asleep, but when they put me under for the surgery, it was odd. Like, there was nothing. It was like, I only remember the 10 seconds before opening my eyes. And I'm pretty sure those 10 seconds weren't the length of the surgery where I was having that awareness of, like, just this black image in front of my eyes, like when I'm asleep normally. I'm pretty sure it was the 10 seconds before opening my eyes where I finally gained some awareness. And I had apparently been in the recovery room since 10 o'clock in the morning, because of when I woke up, I heard them talking, like I heard the nurses talking and asking how long I was there, and said I was there at 10 in the morning. So the surgery went from a little bit around or after 7:30 in the morning, lasted until 10 in the morning. And yes, it is considered major surgery. It's obviously spinal surgery. They got to go in, fuck around with your neck. Like your spine, they have to cut stuff out between your vertebrae and put something else in, and they actually have to create damage to your vertebrae. They have to cut into it in order to get the artificial disc put in. The artificial disc I have doesn't have any screws, which is kind of nice. It doesn't need them, just because of its design. But they still have to put these channels, and like they take this thing that lines up your vertebrae, then they hammer it in order to cut these channels into your vertebrae. Then they wiggle it and pull it out, and then they put in the artificial disc and they hammer it in, and it's got teeth on it. I guess on camera it'd look like that. Whatever, doesn't matter. It's got teeth on it, so it can't be pulled out, otherwise it catches on the vertebrae. But it's also got these two little spots that I thought screws were going to go into, but apparently they're not for screws. So I'm not sure why they're rounded areas. Maybe it's so bone can grow into the little holes of them or something, or it's in case of emergency, like if something happens to slip, then maybe they can put screws in. It's like, future proofing, maybe, I don't know. But the little arm things on it, kind of like a lip, I guess you could say, on each side of each half of the disc, that prevents it from going back towards your spinal cord. So it's really locked into place and it can't go anywhere. So because of that, I didn't have to use a neck brace, which is something you have to do if you get fusion, which is what they originally suggested I get, was a fusion. And the fusion, they remove the disc, then they put in a bone graft, then they put in a metal plate, which with screws, which is connected to the two vertebrae, the ones above and below where the herniated disc was just removed from. Then over the course of several months, apparently full recovery time for that is 18 months. So over the course of several months, the bone very slowly grows between those two vertebrae, and those two vertebrae become one, which limits your range of motion and can apparently cause more problems with the other discs in your spine. Apparently, there's some research documents you can find online where it looks like the artificial disc isn't a complete solution to not having additional problems in surrounding discs. So possible in the future I might see another issue, but I'm not entirely sure. Considering what I'm pretty sure, I'll explain that in a minute. I'm pretty sure I know what the cause was to having that issue. I'm probably gonna, at least at a guess, I'm probably gonna end up with another one sometime in the future, maybe within the next 10 years. I have no idea. But, yeah, when I was done with the surgery, the neurosurgeon asked me, like, after I was discharged, I'll get into the hospital stuff in a minute. After I was discharged, the neurosurgeon asked me about sleeping in the way I was at in the hospital bed, because kind of at this weird angle, because it's kind of making me sit up a bit. It said doing that will help reduce the amount of swelling in my neck. So it was actually a very good idea to get that arm pillow there. And that would be something I suggest to anyone who does get it, because even though it kind of seems like it sucks, it would not have been nice to sleep while laying down, because I still can't really do that. I tried it. When I lay on my side, I can feel the pain of the stitches in my neck stabbing me, because they're still not fully dissolved, even though it's been 3 weeks now since the surgery. And when I'm laying on my back, I can feel stuff pressing on my throat, and that's annoying, and I can still feel it stabbing me when I'm laying on my back, so I gotta use that arm pillow there. But I'm pretty sure I still have to ask the doctor. I only asked in a message, and I don't think it was actually the doctor's response who answered me. I think it was the person who handles the messages from online who answered me. But I'm pretty sure, since back when I was in middle school, I was probably only like 12 or 13, maybe younger. I was riding an ATV, just some shitty little Honda, and I had to follow my dad's friend around because for some reason my dad didn't want to go out riding. I don't remember the reasoning behind that, but my dad's friend was using a rail. So basically a dune buggy that doesn't have frame, or doesn't have the frame cover, I guess you could call it. It just had the bare rails around it. It's called a rail or a dune buggy. Either one. We always call them a rail. But that thing was able to climb dunes really easily, so I had to follow him around, and he was doing a really piss poor job at keeping an eye on me, so I was going as fast as this little shitty Honda could go, and I mean, the thing could only go like maybe 30 miles an hour at the most, and we didn't have paddles on that thing yet, so even with paddles, it was not all that great, but in sand, so we just deflated the tires, and eventually he ran up a 30 to 40 degree sand dune, and I had to follow him up that, but he was going too damn fast for me to keep up, so I was on the max speed, highest gear, so I went up it as far as I could. It seems like I almost was able to make it to the top without gearing down to first, then it stopped, and I had to gear down first. I pressed on the throttle. You use the hand throttle. It's not a foot throttle. The foot is a emergency brake, then there's a grip brake. And then the ones that actually aren't automatic or don't have a clutch, their shifter requires a clutch on the left side, and even the Honda I was on, you have to use your left foot for gearing up and down. So you press down on the shifter on the left side to gear down, pull up on it to gear up. On the ones that require a clutch, you have to pull the clutch before you gear. Then the emergency brake goes down on the right foot. You just press down on it. So I was following him, and when I had to shift down in the first gear, going up this 30 to 40 degree angle sand dune, pressed the throttle, and even though I was leaning forward, it threw me off. And as soon as it threw me off, I blacked out. I woke up a couple seconds later, and I saw it wobbling towards me. So I lifted my feet up to catch it, because it was a shitty thing. I've been able to lift that before. Even at that age, I was able to lift quite a bit of weight even back then. Which, I know I don't really look like I'm strong with shit, but I am stronger than I look. So even back then I figured, okay, I don't have time to move out of the way. Looks like it's falling towards me. Then right when it starts to wobble back towards the top, I black out. And what I'm guessing is it wobbled back towards the top of the dune because its wheels were still spinning from having just kicked me off. So it wobbled back. Then when I blacked out, what I'm guessing happened is it then fell and it rolled down the sand dune a bit. Because when I next blacked out, what I found was that I had also rolled down the sand dune quite a bit. And what I'm guessing happened is I rolled backwards when my legs were like that. So I rolled back, and sand actually gives a little bit, but not a whole lot. So it probably created a bit of a bowl, kind of like that. So then my head bent back, and my neck took the weight of my entire body as I rolled backwards. Then at that weird ass angle, I'm pretty damn sure I may have bounced around a bit on the way down the dune. Because when I woke up, I was unable to move for a full minute. I could barely breathe for that full minute. And I was laying horizontally across the sand dune instead of vertically on it. And I was also near the bottom of the sand dune instead of up near the top where I started. So either way, I rolled down the hill, the dune, in some weird ass way, and I'm guessing that roll started from backwards. So what I think happened is, since your discs actually just naturally degenerate over time, they weaken, they become less elastic. What I'm thinking is, because I was still so young, that initial roll actually did bulge the disc to press against my spinal cord, which is why I could barely breathe and why I couldn't move. Then, because I was so young, I got lucky, and what I think happened is it slowly pulled itself way back in to be normal. I didn't see any residual effects from it, but I'm pretty sure there was some microscopic amount of damage done to that disc that wasn't present until whenever these issues started happening that led to me having to get the surgery. So something around 15 or a little over 15 years, maybe 17 or 18 years ago, difference. Is about how long it took for issues to start. So, yeah, this sucked. What else was there? There was some, the hospital. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's what was the cause of the issue. And even back then, like all my life, I've been overweight. It's only been recently, over the last 2.5 years, that I've ever been able to lose weight, and I haven't even been trying to lose weight. That's just been happening on its own. I've tried to lose weight in the past, just never able to. Never been able to adjust my weight in any way, just on my own. It's done its own damn thing. Since my weight's been dropping, I've been able to just pretty much eat whatever the hell I want, and it'll do whatever the hell it wants. My weight will. So sometimes I'll be able to eat ice cream after having the regular size food I will one day, and I can drop a pound within the next day or a few days or something. And other times it's like, oh, I'll eat a lot less, or like I'll eat a healthy amount or something, and it's like, oh, you just gained a pound or two. It's like, what the fuck? So my weight's really, really fucking random, which is weird, but gradually it's declining. So even back then, as I mentioned with the weight, I was overweight. So the amount of force on my neck, I'm pretty sure even at that age, I was probably up around 150, 160, maybe a little bit more. Even at like 12 or 13, or like 12 or 13 years old, possibly a little younger. I wasn't really a light kid, so that much weight on my neck for that angle, not really a good thing. But after the surgery, when I was in the hospital, it wasn't really all that bad. There was a lot of tests. I had to take some pain meds. It wasn't really all that bad. It kind of sounded like they were concerned that I wasn't taking the pain meds, but I eventually did take one. I think I ended up taking 3 in total. I ended up taking one right before I ate something the first day I was there. I'm pretty sure I ate 3 times. Yeah. So I think I ate one the first time I ate. Then, I not ate one. I took a pain med. It was just a hydrocodone, acetaminophen mix. So I took that before I ate, just because I figured, it might help with the eating. Then I took one during the second meal. Then the next day I took one when I ate my breakfast. And while I was there, my sleep decided to get screwed up because it didn't really like being out for the surgery time and all the screwed up moments leading up to the day of surgery. So yeah, that was a little bit weird. It just ended up being where I only got 2 hours of sleep, which sucked. So I woke up and I couldn't get to sleep, and it sucked. The hospital stay, a little annoying, a little, I don't know, like it wasn't that it was comfortable, it wasn't uncomfortable, it was just different. It was a little bit stupid because there's this stupid little TV, like the bed remote that's supposed to work on the TV. It doesn't fucking work on the TV. Instead, it's like this long ass fucking Visa mount and this tiny ass TV on it because it's not up on the fucking wall. And I had to turn my head completely to the side to see it, but that was causing too much pain. It's like, yeah, can you turn the bed so I can see this? So they turned it as much as they could. Then I was like, okay, I guess that's good enough. I can at least look at it for a little bit at a time now, but I was basically like looking at my mic right now, and that's like that. My hand is completely pointing to my right, so I was looking like that, completely to my right, then angle it like that, and you get about where the location of the TV was. This shitty ass little TV. So I had to reach over to it because the damn remote didn't work on it, and it was just in the way. And then some reason, even though I had the IV in my left arm, the IV bag and stand was on my right side. So I had this long ass fucking tube dangling across me that I kept bumping and getting tugged on. At the same time, I was getting the drain tube tugged on because it was in my neck and in the fucking way. And every time they had to adjust IV or check it for something to make sure everything's going right, or whenever they had to change the damn IV bag, they had to come in and lift the damn TV stand up because it was in the fucking way. And I don't know why the hell they didn't just put the damn IV stand on the left side where my arm was. So that was just a little retarded, but I only needed to stay there for the day of the surgery and the night, so I was gone the following day. So the surgery was on the 4th, and I left on the 5th, around noon on the 5th. And apparently they charged me for physical therapy, where all they had me do was walk around a small area of the hospital and go up and down a set of stairs. Even though I was told by the neurosurgeon, no physical therapy is necessary. And that was actually the walk they had me do, was to determine if I needed it. Like, I was told I don't need physical therapy. That's the whole fucking point of getting a cervical disc instead of a bone graft and a fucking plate for fusion. Like, that's whatever. And it may kind of look like my head's a little crooked right now. That's just the way I'm sitting. I've got one leg under the other right now, so it's not really crooked. It's just I sit in weird ways. Yeah. So there wasn't a whole lot of pain. Like even the people online you can find talking about it, saying like, oh, there was not a whole lot of pain. It wasn't on pain meds, but at the same time, it's like their behavior is like, oh, it was actually really bad. Like they're making it sound like what they're saying. It makes it sound like it's not really all that bad, but the way they're acting and some of the other stuff, if you look through like them saying like it's not bad, if you look through the way they're saying it, it's like, yeah, it actually sounds like it was really bad, but no, it really wasn't all that bad at all. Like, no. There was some annoyances, obviously. The stitches is about the most annoying. It did kind of feel, and it still sort of does, not entirely. It felt like I had this invisible neck brace on. Just because the muscles in my neck were all sore, like every muscle. It was like having a sore neck, though. It wasn't like really a bad sore neck. It was just like a standard sore neck where you get, and one side where it kind of hurts a bit. So you try and hold your head still. It was like that, except for it was every muscle, including the ones leading into your shoulders. And it was both sides, not just my right side. And right now I still have some pain trailing along the left side. Not the right side, oddly. But the right side is along here and down along my shoulder blade, along my spine. So there's still that there, which is interesting, but whatever. Not sure if that's ever going to go away or not. I'm hoping it does. I think my spine, or my spinal cord, not just my spine, I think my spinal cord needs time to heal still. And I do also still have some numbness. I can still feel in my wrist and in my thumb here. I'm guessing there's still numbness along my arm in areas where I'm just too damn used to it to feel, unless there's someone who does a direct comparison. Like, I didn't know I had numbness in my forearm here until they ran a pen along each, or they ran a gloved finger, actually, or a pen. I don't remember if it was a pen or if they used a gloved finger. Before the surgery, ran it along my arm on each side at the same time. And then I was able to compare. I was like, wait, what the hell? Yeah, there's numbness there. I didn't even fucking know that, but I can definitely feel it in my wrist and in my thumb here. And that sometimes it feels like it's less than before the surgery. Other times it feels like it's no different. So there's some randomness to that numbness now, instead of it always being constant. And I also don't know if that's ever going to go away, or if it's just going to take time for my spinal cord to heal. And I'm hoping it goes away with time, just like I'm hoping all the pain goes away with time, because that pain, it's really not all that bad. It's just kind of annoying, and again, just kind of like having a bit of a sore neck. Not like a really bad sore neck, just like a standard, simple sore neck, where it's like, oh, you tilt, and there's a little pain where you want to avoid it. And it's just annoying. So, onto the MRIs, I guess I'll show. So, the MRIs here, this is the first one done. I posted these Twitter, but I figured I may as well show them in the video. This image here, this series of images, this right side is closer towards the center. This is closer towards the right. So, as it goes towards the right side image here, it's actually going from the right side of my neck closer into the center of my neck. And these are just slices from the first MRI. So you can see here, the bulge is really big, like it's almost completely cutting off the nerve, the gap there. Then here you can see it's also pressing on it. Obviously, yes, there's a bulge down on the five. No, that's, I don't remember if that's 6-7 or. Let me check another one that's marked. Yeah, it's 6-7. So on 6-7, and obviously that means the one above is 5-6. Same as here, 5-6. Then there's that there, 6-7. Then this is the 4-5. Also has a small bulge. The 4-5 and 5, or the 6-7, I mean, the 4-5 and 6-7 are not really issues. Because it's this dark area inside that being pushed on. At least I think it's the dark area inside being pushed on that's an issue. Then the branching nerve you can't really see on the side view, but you'll see it when I go down to the lower image. Ignore this image here. It doesn't actually change between these slices. I don't know why they did that. It's just, I don't even think it's showing the right section of my spine, because this goes all the way from the top here down to the bottom here. So I think this slice on each of the images, these little slices, it goes down the length that way. And so that's why what you're seeing here, this lump here is actually a spinal cord. Then right here's bone, and then there's bone there, and the surrounding muscle tissue. So I think that actually is up around here. I didn't bother checking to see where this little image is, so just ignore that little image. It doesn't matter. It just shows the position. So obviously you can see right side. Then where the line is where this image was taken from, the side image. So the line down is the angle at which the image was taken at, and the location left and right center of where it was taken at. Then it moves over to the left a little more, over to the left, over to the left, and right here it's in center. So this one is taken from the center, and you can see even in the center it's still present on my spinal cord a bit more to the right, present on spinal cord, really present on spinal cord, or nerve or something. It's just really bulged. Then this was the second MRI. This was done like 2 months after, I think. I don't remember if it was a month or if it was 2 months. I'm pretty sure it was, I don't know, it was sometime within that range, 1 or 2 months after. So you can see the first bulge. Obviously there's difference in quality, different settings or something. I don't know how the hell there's difference in quality and appearance a little bit, but essentially it's the same bulge there, you can see. And you can see the second one. Essentially the same. No real difference. And the third one. Essentially the same. No real difference. And the last slice. There's more slices in the MRI. I just took these ones instead of all of them, because these ones were the easiest to see where the issue was. And you can see essentially the same, no real difference. Then the first MRI down here, you can see, let me go ahead and open this with, I guess, paint will work, so I can outline where this stuff is. That's a little too big. So it might be a little hard to see because this is a really blurry ass image. Make this big, and I'll make it green. But right here is the disc, and this area here is the herniation. So right around this area is the branching nerve, which is here. This is the right side, and this is the left side branching nerve. Then this is the spinal cord, and you can see it kind of goes down like that, and it's supposed to be straight, but it's squished enough that it's going down at an angle like that, and it shouldn't be doing that. So I was pressing on my spinal cord here and on the right nerve. So let's close that one. Then the other, this was the second MRI done. Go ahead and open this one with paint so I can outline it again, show where everything is. Switched over to green. This one's easier to see just because the outline of stuff is a bit darker. But you can see, again, this one actually makes it look a little bit worse. So I'm not sure if it really was worse or not, but I did notice issues were starting to trail onto my left side, so I am pretty sure it was getting worse over time. So you can see the outline of the herniated disc. So slightly different. I don't know if it's just because the other one was a shittier image. Because the second one shows more clear detail, so I don't know. It is possible because I was starting to get problems with my left side before the surgery was done. So I think that little bit there, that little change, I do think that was from it getting worse over time while waiting to get the surgery done and hoping it would heal so I didn't need the surgery. So that's what I think happened there, is I think it did get a little worse, but obviously still pressing on my spinal cord and then pinching off my right branching nerve from spinal cord, then obviously left branching nerve here. Can't entirely tell if it was starting to press on that, but it may have been starting to press on that a bit. And you can see that. So that was the herniated disc that was removed. Then in its place, here's the disc I told you about. So this disc, these are the teeth on it right here. Let me open this in paint as well so I can outline stuff in it. I guess I'll use something smaller. So the teeth on it, you can see there's a tooth. I guess it's got teeth on both sides. I've got to try and, so you can see a tooth there, a tooth there, a tooth there, a tooth there. Then the other side, a tooth there, 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 there. Then this is that frontal stop I told you about, so it can't slide back. So this is spinal cord area over here. All right. Then this is the vertebrae. This is the 6. This is 5. And there's one of these stops on each side. Same as down here. It's harder to see, but you can kind of see. It goes right there. There's one of the stops. Then you can see the teeth. Right there. Then you can see the ball there. But if you look carefully, you can also see there's a spacing right here where the ball doesn't align. That's because this can actually move back and forth a little bit. So when you do like this chicken head type movement or the bird head type movement, it allows that kind of a motion. But then from there, since this is essentially a ball and joint design, it can also rotate and move around, as I mentioned. And that is the side view, and if I remember right, I don't remember if that's left or right view. I'm not sure, because this is backwards, so this might be the, I think this is the right view. I don't know why they flipped it, but I do remember standing so the plate behind me, or beside me, was on my left side. It wasn't on my right side. At least I'm pretty sure I was. So I think this is from my right side in, even though my face is facing to the left here. So I'm pretty sure it's looking at it from the right side. So basically it'd be vertical. Wait, did that do right? Whoops, that's upside down. There. So basically it's more like that for the way I was standing, since this is the right side now and this is left side. So that's that image. But then you can also see here. Ignore the angle. I wasn't holding my head up perfectly straight, and it's going to affect it a little bit. This doesn't look super straight, but it's apparently good enough. And I don't know if that was just the angle of where I was standing and the way I was holding my head or not either. But that, it just shows another view. And you can see those little dots here that I said looked like screws were supposed to go in. And I wasn't sure if screws were going to go in or not until after I had the surgery and I got these x-rays. And I was able to look at them, because then I saw, oh, hey, okay, no screws are in. I don't know why the hell they have screw holes or not. So those were the screw holes I was talking about earlier. But there's that on each of them. You can't see it here because the angle of the x-ray, it's kind of blocking off those little stops, those lips there that I mentioned. That's on both of them. Same as the holes. It's on both. But yeah, that's what it is. Let's go ahead and close that. And I guess I'll show it. It is this thing. This is that's a really small ass image. This one's a bit bigger. It's not this. This is an old version. The Prestige version, or the Prestige name, really has gone through a lot. So it's obviously not this. This is, well, like either the first or the second version of it. I don't remember. They've got like half a dozen different versions of it. But I can't find a big ass image. The things are really tiny, so it kind of makes sense that there's not a lot of big images. Let me open Paint, and I can zoom in. So you can see here, there's the screw holes on it, on the lip areas. So there's the screw hole, and then obviously there. But then you can see the teeth. You can see the ball and joint style of design it's got there. You can actually see right here, it's a little bit elongated too. That's something you probably wouldn't really notice unless you knew how it worked. But yeah, it is elongated before it comes around the circle. You can kind of see it there because it is able to slide back and forth in the little divot. And then this stuff is to help bone grow to it. That's also why this is a weird ass texture instead of being super smooth. It's because you want bone to grow onto this. But basically the channels I told you had to cut, or I told you they had to cut. They'd cut it so they could hammer this in. Then bone's supposed to grow onto it, and then it's supposed to really grab on, and it's not supposed to ever come loose. But yeah, and yeah, as it shows here, you can actually have this on too. FDA approved for that. You can apparently have artificial discs in pretty much every level, but only a few of them are FDA approved for more than one level. So a level is between like two areas, between two vertebrae. So this would be one level right here, then add another, that would be two levels. If it had another, then it would be 3 levels, 4 levels, and so on. But this is one of them that is approved for 2 levels. I only have 1 level, though, because only 1 disc is in. So, anyways, other than that, last thing, since I have actually been keeping record of my weight since just 62619. I can't ever fucking remember the names and months. I hate names of months. So I think that's June 26th. Been keeping track of my weight since then. Back then I was 265.4. As of today, back down again to 255.8. I was at 255.8 back halfway through the month, so on the 14th and 15th. So it's not the first time I've been that low, but my weight does weird ass things. So after the surgery, so actually when I went in for the surgery, the day of the surgery, I was actually down to, or up around whatever, down to up around fluctuation point. I was at 257.4, but when I got home, because of the IV, I had to have, at least I'm guessing it was the IV, I was all the way up to 265 pounds. So just being in there, I almost gained 10 pounds, which is messed up. But over the next few days, it dropped back down to 257.4. Like, it was getting large drops each day, like nearly 3 pounds a day being dropped. So from wake up time on the 6th, so wake up time on the 6th, which was the day after I got home, I had dropped I had dropped 2 pounds. So I'd dropped 2 pounds since having gone to bed, at least. So I was 265 when I went to bed on the 5th when I got home. Because I went to bed essentially almost as soon as I got home from the hospital. So I was 265 then. Then I woke up, I was 263. When I went to bed that night on the 6th, I was 263.8. Then I dropped down again on the 7th to 260.4. So that was a 2.6 reduction over the 6th when I woke up. Then I only gained 0.2 pounds, so I was at 260.6 when I went to bed that day, which was actually a 3.2 pound reduction over when I went to bed the day before. Then the next day, I was down at 257.4, so on the 8th. So the 6th, when I woke up, I was 263. The 7th, I was 260.4. The 8th, I was 257.4. So I actually lost 3 pounds from the 7th and 8th wake up times. Since then, my weight's been back to being stable, under 260. So wake up times are the most important one because it's most accurate, because then obviously I hadn't had anything to eat or drink all day, which does affect weight, obviously. So looks like the highest weight I've had since then was 258.6 back on the 11th. So everything has been under 258.6 since then. And I'm at 255.8 now. So it's probably been a way to waste a hell of an hour. Let me see, I haven't even started this fucking game. How long have I been speaking about my surgery? Yeah, about an hour, 58 minutes, 29 seconds. Okay. There it goes. Alright, so I guess let's finally start this freaking game. I think I'll have to make sure I cut a highlight out of that for YouTube. Just so people can watch that if they don't want to sit through all of it. I'll also make sure people on YouTube know where I start this, the game Overlord. It's been a long time since I played Overlord. I originally had it back when I had an Xbox 360. I also had Overlord 2 on Xbox 360. I don't know why it just says new profile. You can't really name it. I don't know if it's going to change later. I don't remember that. I've only played maybe an hour of this on my computer before I decided, yeah, let's go ahead and save this for a stream. So it says continue, load, and new. I was going to erase the profile that it had marked there when it said continue new profile, but I decided not to because then I'd have to adjust options. And if you go in here, new game, then I don't have to adjust options. So options for audio settings. So, and this game handles audio really, really weirdly. Like it's exponential increase instead of a linear thing. I need a drink. So, yeah. Neck isn't doing too. Oh, yeah, I forgot my haircut. Yeah, that was just a few days ago. I already mentioned it was just getting really hot. That wasn't too bad. I just told him, yeah, been a couple weeks or so since I just got surgery, so just be careful. And they were really damn careful. There was no hard tugging on my neck. It was just like, I don't want to hurt this motherfucker. Just like a very, very slight pull just to get the hair, then snip for the haircut. It's like, oh, okay, that's that works. For display, brightness, subtitles, game. I think the graphics settings. Let me exit. Pretty sure. No, it's not. That's interesting. I thought there were graphics settings. I could have sworn there were. Huh. Odd. Yeah, I'm not sure why there's no graphics settings then. I don't remember where they are. Whatever, let's do a new game. And yeah, this one the only... Actually, the tower, I think that was the hour playtime I mentioned already. Before I decided. So, whatever. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and skip cutscenes. So this one, the camera control is not right stick. As you can see, I'm moving the right stick around. You can see on the on-screen display there. Instead, it's L and R, or right trigger, right trigger, left trigger type of stuff. Because eventually, you're gonna have control of your minions. So basically, you think of this game as Pikmin, but for mature audiences. So it's got some funny jokes. You can kick the minions around and stuff, sacrifice them, do a bunch of stuff. It's pretty sarcastic. It's kind of neat.
This cavern is the spawning pit, sire, where new minions are.
It's got puzzles just like you would expect. Oh, whoops. A Pikmin game to have. I never looked into seeing if there's ever going to be a third one or not. I would kind of like to see a third one, but I gotta play through the first and second again because it's been so damn long since I played through them. Whoops. It's gonna take me a while to not screw around with that. You can kind of control the camera with the right stick when you control the minions, only because the camera then will follow where the minions go, and so I may end up doing that a lot. And yes, these areas, you will be able to return here. These areas are, if I remember right, where the specific types of minions you go, because these are the basic minions. If I can kick one of them. Yeah. That's where the basic, the minions go, whatever. So, oh, never mind. It's not right. How the hell do you move the camera then? Because that's how you make them attack. That's not how you make them. I thought it was right trigger to make them attack, not control the camera. I don't remember how to control the camera then. I know there's a way, unless it really is just with the minion control. But these are the basic ones. There's also red, which are fire throwers. The basic ones are melee combat. Fire throwers are more long-range combat. Then there's green, which are poison, kind of like the stealth ninja type. I don't remember what this area is about. All of these areas will be used if I remember right. Then there's also blue ones, which can go in water. Any others will drown if they go in water. So, just the intro right now. The second game, you start as a kid, and you go through terrorize a town, and I think, if I remember right, you play as an adult after something happens. Like, everyone treats you like shit as the kid Overlord.
And maybe, well,
Yeah. You can also upgrade your weapons and get some stronger stuff. So it does definitely have RPG stuff. It's not just solid Pikmin style. It's got its own unique stuff to it.
See? It's all coming back now. Evil is not something.
And there are choices you can make. You can either be a good overlord where you're all like, oh hey, forgot about that. Where you can
Now you've got him.
you can decide to give the people stuff, or you can decide to screw them over. So the one I remember is you have to go and get either it's a bunch of food or a bunch of gold, and you can either give the people a bunch of food or gold, or you can keep it for yourself and bring it back to the tower. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna go about doing that. I think I did the good thing last time, so I think I'm just gonna be an outright asshole in this one. There's also, unless I'm thinking of the second one, there's subjugation, or there's other stuff.
Oh, it warms my black heart to see them running about the place, trying to rip each other
So like you can control their minds, just basically brainwash them.
Minions back, Master. All of them.
So basic tutorial, just teach you the controls here.
Show me some evil. If you need your minions to follow a
And
complicated
my
route,
disorientation
then you
is
must
finally
succeed
almost all gone,
through it.
so that's good. Only took another friggin' hour, and now I can control them. And you can see it is starting to turn the cameras a bit, because it does want to keep an eye on them. It doesn't seem to do a great job at doing that though, but whatever. It works. The game's not bad at control and viewing stuff, and it would be kind of hard to control them without using the right stick anyways. Eventually, when you get multiple colors, you can select which group you want, and you can have flags set down. And you can grab those flags and control them so the groups go specific directions. And you can do that so the red ones can go a certain way, while the melee ones go another, and the poison go another, and the water go a different way.
Deeds won't do themselves.
So they all got their own little
To eat him first.
special things.
Leave me alone, sire. I've got to heal. An evil tower needs its evil justice, sire. Please don't kill me.
You can also, obviously I mentioned you can make them more armor. If they die and they have armor on, you don't really have to worry too much. The armor is crazy helpful, but you find armor all over the place just by making them break shit. They'll find stuff and pick it up. And sometimes when they kill stuff, the things they kill will drop armor.
Hit me all day.
Same as weapons, you can get them new weapons. As for your weapons and armor, unless I'm thinking of the second one, I'm pretty sure this one. Eventually you get a forge where you can then sacrifice your minions to create new gear.
Alas, what can
So you basically want to make sure you collect as many minions as possible.
heroes line
And you can collect get more of them by basically killing stuff and hoarding like minion souls kinda.
that? Sire, step through
There.
the gate.
So there's an area down here. I don't remember where I have to go right now. I've been skipping cutscenes. Okay, yeah, this is where I started at. So this is the starting area I already looked around in. I don't remember what this door is. Oh, that's probably where I entered this place to begin with. Yeah, I think it is. Oh, maybe not, because there's another path over here. I'm just going to look around everywhere, because I know there's stuff that's going to be unlocked throughout the game. No, that's where I started at, was in there, wasn't that door. So that door probably will be unlocked later. I also know there's kind of an arena-style area in this game later. And let me double check to make sure the audio this is doing fine. Yeah, sounds fine. This game's kind of tricky to get the audio right on. Because It seems to change depending on location. This area will eventually get cleared out or cleaned up. This will also eventually be cleared and cleaned up, so you can go down there. Everything will be changed, and if I remember right, you can eventually also upgrade the tower to make it fancier. Wasn't trying to do that, but okay. I went down to where I'm supposed to go. I was trying to walk around it. So, as you can see, there's a red portal, blue portal, and a green portal. If I remember right, you get the red ones first. I don't remember if you get green or blue after. You can send them in there or send them ahead. And this is an area where you want to stop at first to really collect these things. And they'll take them, and they'll bring them to you. But I need 5 right now. And my overlay is covering how many I have out. But it says 3. And each one of those little orbs they bring me also has a counter that ends up disappearing. It's at 5 right now, so I could technically get more than what I have. But even beyond that, there's a limit to how many of the minions you can have out at a time, just based on the gear you have. And I can't get that thing until I get the blue ones. So even though this is a starting area, you're going to end up returning here later on. It's just a little thing for the tower. It might be a minion upgrade or something. And if enemies run around in a circle like that, you can also do what I just did. I don't remember how to place a thing. Well, send them over to break stuff for me. And he found a new weapon. So now his damage has been increased to 110%. Just wasn't able to really remove the overlay in time to see it a whole lot. But yeah. Let's go up and get more of them because I have more than 5 minions that I can summon. So there's 9 there. And looks like 5 is the max I can have right now because it's not letting me take more than 5. Things that take multiple minions to move, or even some things that take 1, can sometimes be moved with more than the minimum requirement, and in doing so, it will go faster. So let's go ahead and have them break all these pumpkins, because they can find some items in here sometimes.
The pumpkins are screaming. They're scared. Get them! Get them!
It looks like nothing from the pump. Oh yeah, they got pumpkin helmets,
even the birds
which are increasing their combat abilities. That's really the part about this game that kind of seems nice to just waste your time with. Is this, and it was really hard for me to wait and not play this, just because I wanted to get it done on stream. There's other games I have that I want to play, but I've been waiting until stream to do, even though I really want to play them. It doesn't look like that does anything, or at least not yet. It might be left click that it looks like. Is that? Okay, that's camera rotate. So it's basically a Z target, like a Zelda game Z target. Thought it was left or right, whatever. And I can't go in there, so they gotta go in and break the house.
Well, I'd rather have a wrecked farm than one smuggling a halfling. These on you know. Oh, you better get going.
Double check the audio again.
The path behind my house leads to the village of Spree. Oh, I bet there are more of them fat little demons about, so be careful.
Yeah, just it. How's that sound?
Kill! Kill! Kill!
Me? Well, I think I'll stay here.
Yeah, I think I can turn it up a little more, right?
Maybe grow marrows instead. Yeah, marrows don't talk so much. Yeah, that'd be no.
Yeah, I'll turn it up just a little bit more. There, how about that? Now they're not talking, though. Oh, well. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of ambient noise, so it's probably going to be a pretty quiet stream. Compared to most, at least.
Can access areas that are too small for your
But here's an area. I remember this, because sometimes they get some weapons or armor over here.
Automatically equip any useful items they find. And often, any useless
one of them
items
picks something
too.
up. Running
But to
on
that
back.
fair, your weapons and armor are custom forged to the tower.
And actually, if I remember right,
Steal me down.
the combat percentage it's showing is for the total group, not just one of them. So it's kind of like an average percentage, sort of. Have them break all these, because you can get stuff from these too. Pretty much everything you can break that can find some weapon to use, or some piece of armor. Sometimes. Find something.
See the cloud that rose from those dead halflings? That's
Oh, got some money.
energy.
3 gold.
Gathers in all us evil creatures.
I can't go in there yet.
You will learn more of it in time, Master. The Tower Heart.
I have to get that and bring it back to the tower.
Pumpkins. The little fools. They have no idea of the real power it contains. Clear those pumpkins and let's get it back to the tower.
It's still really quiet. Is it louder? Oh, of course.
Your minions will carry it for you, Master. Being the Overlord means never having to lift anything heavy.
Okay, there's no audio difference between distance. So I guess I can still turn this up a little bit more. How about this?
Careful! Careful!
Doesn't seem to really be making a difference. Whatever.
Minions have found a shortcut.
Oh, right. You have to break this down. And you can also, if I remember right, you can target them. Yeah. So that's how you remove the flags. When you place a flag, you can group them up. You can target them, but generally for carrying stuff, you want them to automate it. Otherwise, it's a pain in the ass.
Moldy, keep up with
The moving them when they're a group is a lot easier because then they'll follow the flag. But when it's an item they're carrying and you control them, then they kind of move in a weird ass way based on the number of them that are there. So they can't always move in specific directions. So there, that's back. And if I remember right, now I can summon more of them. Right? No? Maybe not, because I have to return.
It is back where it belongs. This is the heart of the tower, sire. It will
that still
play a
really
vital
quiet?
role in helping re-establish your dark domain. It will allow you to visit the tower.
It's really fucking
whenever you
quiet. I don't know
wish
why.
And provide access to all.
Let me adjust it again. Let's try
All
that.
of the tower's resources.
It's literally not making a difference.
And look, it seems to have bestowed a little gift upon you, sire. You can now control 10
Oh.
minions. Ha!
What's going on? What if... Oh, that's why I'm being a dumbass. And not accepting. I was pressing back. So I wasn't saving.
And it seems to have
Stupid me. My fuck up.
retained one of its
That's a bit better.
spells.
How's that
The
sound?
Fireball spell. robust fellow. Might have known he'd make it. I'll teach you how to use
that sounds a
him when
little
the
better.
need arises. But I urge you, sire, fight.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
Skip that
I'm
conversation,
not the evil entity that I
and-
once was. I cannot take the feel.
Alright, that's
of
much
lush
fucking better.
green grass under my feet and
Okay, view quests, and yeah, now you can see all the types in the left side. So eventually, obviously, it shows you right off the bat, so you don't have to think about it later. You do get the red, the green, and the blue. Each one has their own different thing they can do. And the quests are on the right, so it shows you what you gotta do there. I don't think there's waypoints. I don't remember exactly, but then show quest history is there.
bird song in my ears. In fact, I think I need to find a dark corner and something to pummel. I shall stay here. The heart will allow me to speak directly to you, sire, and see and hear what you do. Use the gate to return to the halfling domain.
Alright, time to go down here and go back to Mellow Hills.
Testing, testing. 1, 2. Is this thing working? It's a bit grubby.
Oh yeah, now I can summon
Can
10
you hear
instead
me,
of just 5.
master? Oh, there you are. And now, sire, the creatures around here are rather frisky, so they will have undoubtedly repopulated the area.
Yeah, just their way of,
And head for that peasant village. Spree! Revolting name.
yeah, it's the, just their way of saying, yeah, there's stuff that spawns all the time, you leave and return. They're frisky, get it? So, yeah, reasons. Added to story, sort of. It's acceptable, it doesn't matter. They don't really need that explanation, but area for a joke. And yeah, you can see under the overlay, it was over 130% when there were only 5 of them, even though they clearly kept some of their stuff. Actually, all the ones that I had kept their stuff, so there's still some wearing pumpkins as helmets. Because I have 5 more, the average percentage went down. So I gotta get that percentage up, otherwise some of them are gonna be really friggin' weak. Oh, hey, there's barrels here to break. Oh, nothing in them. Send them across here to break stuff. Just in case they get some items. And if you see one of the little shines or the glows on the ground that it does and they don't pick it up, you can actually bring them over it. If they don't pick it up, it means they either have something better or they're just maxed out. Usually it's that they have something better already. So they'll automatically decide, oh, let's pick up this new thing if it's better. Can't remember if there's any hidden stuff other than the stuff you bring to the tower. Yeah, that thing requires 10. So I could have taken the shortcut instead of going the long way, because I knocked down that bridge, but I didn't go that way.
Halflings approaching, get ready!
Hang on, those ain't halflings. Look at the one with the helmet.
It's a
Could
pumpkin!
be 2 halflings holding up some armor.
Oh, I was talking about me.
I bet that's it. I don't trust those sneaky little what's names.
Maybe you're right. Here, prove you ain't halflings and free our men from the camps down the road.
If you are, stay right there so I can get my aim straight.
There, in the field, greedy little halflings. Use your firebolt spell on the wheat and roast them like suckling pigs.
There. Fire! Burn them all. No need to use minions. You can eventually get, if I remember right, you can get items that will restore your magic over time. Funny on my mic is blocking the incision on my neck too. It's almost like it was never there. Instead, I just got this shitty ass haircut that needs to have my hair grow a little bit before it stops looking so bad. I always get it cut a little bit shorter than I need to. It looks better once it grows out if it's been cut a little shorter. It's also just a hell of a lot easier to wash. Run them around to grab stuff and fight. There.
One last thing, sire. Killing innocents, and I use the term loosely, increases your corruption level. This attracts more evil energy, which increases your powers. However, this is rarely suitable for establishing a long-term evil plan. That requires people, living people. Gratitude comes with its own rewards.
So, since the one time I went through this game on Xbox 360, I only remember having ever been good to them, so I think I'm gonna try the evil route this time and see what happens. Oops. I just killed all my minions. If I remember right, the blue ones can resurrect dead ones, so it's gonna be a good idea to have... Oh damn, they all died, not just that one. Or not just all of them, except that one, I mean. So the blue ones are a good idea to always have with you.
Blood pit, sire. You can sacrifice minions here to regain your own health. Have no fear. Your minions will gladly die for you. They're very loyal.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and test that just to show. I can send one in. I'll jump in, they die. I heal. And I can get one back. You gotta make sure those numbers stay up by killing stuff, otherwise this is a good area to return to if you fuck up. Because you're gonna need minions for most of the fights. Pretty much all of them require some sort of minion count of decent strength.
Be careful, Lord.
Oh, I can't attack them. Oh, I can break stuff here. There. Pretty sure the money is used for weapons and stuff alongside the minion sacrifice in the forge.
They're throwing rocks. Primitive.
There. Looks like I lost one. Wait, no, is that one or two? I'm gonna remove the overlay. I lost one of them. It'd be nice if there's a hotkey to change sides the overlay was on. There isn't. Not even a way to set up a hotkey for that. Otherwise, I'd put it on the left side. I don't feel like adjusting it in RivaTuner. I'd have to... RivaTuner. I'd have to... Or, no, not RivaTuner. It's RivaTuner. I'd have to Alt-Tab out to change corners. So I could have them all turn that... Oh, pull all these guys.
Make sure you take a full set of minions with you. Halflings might be short, but they're tough.
Yeah. I'm gonna run around, have them grab upgrades and stuff, then I'll go over and actually I suppose after I have them pick up this shit. Mana potion. Something on the ground here. They're missing. Is there something right there? Yeah, for some reason they weren't picking it up. I'm gonna go ahead over and get one more minion out of that area right there.
I hear the bleating of lesser creatures, my lord. For the master!
There, sheep are dead. So have a little look around. Game kind of looks like an Xbox game, like an original Xbox game, not Xbox 360.
Look, sire, a wheel.
I think it was
Your minions
when
can turn these, and well, you never know what might happen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a game that was released around the same time the Xbox 360 released. So it kind of makes sense why it looks so damn old. Alright. And I think this is yeah, it's a teleporter. Back to the tower. And it looks like I didn't have to go back. But yeah, now it does say max 10. Instead of being covered up by the overlay.
I've got calluses! My beautiful hands!
There. First kick didn't work. Had to kick him twice. Or they're not wanting to break that. I'll send him in that way. Is there anything? No. Okay. Send him up here.
We've got to keep chopping.
The game does get a little bit harder later. There's some, I think there's some frogs or something. I know there's things that eventually can eat your minions and you gotta be careful of and deal with that way. But that's when you get to either the poison ones, the green ones, or it's the blue ones. I don't remember. It's probably the blue ones. Also, the flags you can eventually place down. When they're placed in an area, the minions will defend that location whenever something comes by, so you don't have to send them out all the time. I don't know why that little halfling there is just staying where they are. There. Kill these ones up here. There. Don't really have much to say on this. Not sure why. Maybe it's because I spoke so damn much about my neck already. Whatever. I guess this type of game doesn't really have much to say, though. I didn't even notice one of them died.
There are more prisoners over there, but they've got a big old troll guarding them.
Gonna need to go back and get more minions for the troll.
We'll help you slay the brute.
Let me go get more minions first, because I already lost 2. Where's the thing at? I think it's wait. There's a shortcut through. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Is this the right way? No, it's down. Have them run around and open the gates. There.
No sense in dying when there are others willing to do it for you. Fear and awe can be valuable commodities, sire. Nice!
There are more prisoners over there, but they've got a big old troll guarding them.
And again, I guess I gotta stop underestimating where they're placing the minion summons. And stop going back for them. So there's a thing right there.
Get us out of here!
Send all the minions after him. Probably all gonna die. Hold him back in time.
My brother!
Get us out of here!
Troll's dead.
That's mine!
There. I can send them all over to that, open the gate. And have a look around. What's over there? Not sure what's up there. I don't think that's where I entered. I think I entered from that way. I'm gonna look around over here first. Oh, there's stuff to break and there's a chest. Mom just woke, or not woke up, me up. She just woke up and sent a message. Something going on with my younger brother's wife. She just recently had her second kid.
Our liberator. Hey, we don't need this screen anymore.
Like recently, as in the last few days.
It is ours, wretched creatures. Quickly, sire. Have your minions bring it to the waypoint gate.
Trying to make them pick up that damn thing. There. I guess they don't need it. They all have a weapon. Auto saved. There's that. What's over here? Hey, is that? I guess there's nothing to do with that. Okay. And that's one of the things where you can have more than just the minimum required. I got a new crane, and this will probably open all the gates for the people. This one can't have more than 4. Some of the levers, like the last large lever, were required, I think it was 10, was it?
Thank the gods!
To go
Come
full
on,
speed, kind of,
let's go
or
to
whatever.
Spray.
Before it wasn't red, I think. There was room for more than just 10.
Let's go to Spray.
Okay, then. So that's the way I came from. That's a dead end. Well, let's continue this way. I could teleport back to check out the crane, or I can go through here. And there's boxes here to break. Okay, they all have something better. There. They all got something better. What about these? Nothing? I guess they're good on weapons, they just need better armor. Though it looks like at least 2 of them, no, 3, 4, some of them have armor. And don't need anything else. And looks like this was a shortcut back. Yeah, so that down to the way I was just at. Which means I can go back this way to the village. I don't know where my other minion is. Not sure what the crane is for. I just don't remember, and I don't care to go back to check. At least not yet. I'll check it after I continue and go back to the village. I think it was that way. Or, right? Yeah. Cutscene terrain, so I'm pretty sure it's over here. Can I break that pig or whatever it is? I don't think I can. No. What if I shoot it? Or hit it? No? No? Okay. Just waste magic by doing that.
Oh, never doubted you for a second. We were just having a little fun with you earlier. No offense, eh?
I mean, I'm gonna have break everything.
It's nice to see folks enjoying themselves for a change. Quite a wild bunch, aren't they? Back home in Ruboria, I'm called Archibald Damius Methuselah Wobbleboard III, but folks around here just call me Archie. We've had some tough times. The halflings have ransacked most of the farms, and everyone's turned up in spree on my doorstep.
Kinda thinking I should skip this, but I don't
They
know.
voted me mayor. I got the drinks, yeah, but no food to feed them. Look, I really need some, valiant nights to get us back the food the halflings stole from us.
Okay, so it's the food, yeah, food, not gold, when I mentioned the food or gold.
Go on. Full tummies for us equals fuller pockets for you, if you get my drift.
So when you do get the food, you can either choose to keep it or you can choose to return it. I don't know what happens on each because I just can't remember. It has been a long time since I played this game. Like, a long fucking time. I have not had a 360 in 5 or 6 years, I think. So it was probably
This is the only bit of farmland we've managed to save from the halfling.
some 7 or 8 years since I've played this.
You and your creatures saved us
Maybe.
some work.
Break all the pumpkins. They're having trouble with food and I just fucked them over.
Real hero looks like.
Ransacking houses. There's one building done.
Control those
Something there to break.
Bloody heroes. No respect for other people.
Even when I did the good stuff, I still went in and destroyed people's houses
Bloody heroes.
when I went through this game the first time.
People.
Can I make him go in this? Yes, I can. There. Have them all go in, just in case. Looks like there's nothing.
Control those things.
I think you can also get them drunk. Yes, you can.
Is in the halfling village to the east. Man,
I don't think it does anything if they're drunk. They just eventually start pissing everywhere. And they stop being drunk.
Over my things.
This is, I think it's meant as a joke. Something else for him to pick up. I'm kind of used to Portal Knights items, so I gotta realize stuff's not gonna disappear that fast. Portal Knights stuff disappears really damn fast if you don't pick it up. Like annoyingly fast. Like, I don't know, probably like only 5 seconds or something. Really short amount of time. Nothing in there. What about this one? Someone got something. 183%.
Don't you go messing up our village!
Too late.
Great.
Go ahead and open this.
To clean up.
Oh, we have another way in here.
You're wrecking the place.
Up
I won't be
around.
impressed.
And let me check. Quests. Yeah, quests. We've got to get the tower smelter and rescue the stolen food supply.
You need sorting out, son.
Gonna be a while before I get the smelter. Oh, hey, enemies.
Oh, great. More mess to clean up.
Let's go ahead and kill these things. There we go. Just more of them. Oh, those rock throwers. Alright, looks like it. Something over here. What is that? Oh, something to get. Awesome.
Congratulations, sire. You have found a new domination spell.
Awesome. Looks like that has to be open first. Let me call them back. And go ahead and break these. Then I'll have them open that. Or lower the gate. Or not the gate, the bridge. Lower the bridge. Then I'll have them bring this over to the teleporter. Don't remember if there's a map in this. So this thing's small enough, only 5. So the minimum required. I can carry it, nothing more. Oops, forgot that did that. think they'll do it on their own if I leave them, but if they get attacked, then they're kind of screwed. Because I don't think they can attack anything
Saved us! Our boys are safely
while they carry
home.
on stuff.
Oh, a fine job, my lord.
There. Got some. Let's go ahead and have them kill the sheep.
This
And I'll have to
will
return to the
slow down
village.
advancing enemies, giving you more time to make them very dead.
There. Okay. There's also a way you can send the minions back in, and it will give you back the strongest one, so you can have them attack that, basically. And you can see percentages increasing. And take them out. Taking out all the stronger ones, instead of all the ones that haven't had a chance to use yet. Right, since I was going around this way, let's continue going this way. Until I finish checking the village.
You're worse than the halflings.
They already don't like me because I was breaking their shit. There. Getting a bunch of money. Should be helpful later when money is used for stuff. Another building here to break.
Hey, are those creatures for sale?
You ain't too big to go over me knee, you know. She's standing there, she's not even moving. Kind of thought she was gonna get up and start running or start yelling at me. God damn it. Yeah, they really don't need anything, huh? Oh, there's something they got. Nothing else. There's another building. Some rats. That it? Okay. Alright, check the other side of the village. There's a bridge there, I think that leads out. Right? No, this goes up to the wall. There's a gate there. Thought it was a bridge. It's more of a ramp.
Castle Spree is under siege. It's burning. The demons that they came out of the air. The lady, she told us to run, so I ran and I didn't look back, even when the screaming started. I don't know if the others made it. I'm not going back there again.
Gotta go to the castle later. I can't do that yet. It's a fire thing, so you need the fire minions. And kill the sheep. And break stuff.
Why'd you bother saving us?
I wanted in to ruin your shit, that's why. Alright.
Oh, hey, I can sidestep. Interesting. I guess that is kind of like the target stuff, though, huh? Oh well. Alright, have them come out of there. Almost done with these houses. I'm only gonna do this once, I don't need to do it multiple times. Why the hell is there a sheep in that house? I think this is the last house. Alright, some barrels down here. And another closed gate. I'm gonna go ahead and open that gate. Wait, was that over here
Don't make
yet?
me go and get the boys.
Oh, I wasn't over here yet.
Hey, that ain't nice.
I targeted him on accident. Hey, that ain't nice. Sorry, sir. Didn't mean to. It's probably how you can attack people. That's probably what I was doing wrong when I was trying to attack him earlier. Yeah, come on, there. That one was just being stupid and standing by the house, not returning to me. There.
Hey, that ain't nice.
Oh, that's why we're trying to get the weapon on the ground and can't get to it.
Don't make me go and get the boys.
More stuff to break still. What's around here? Anything? Nothing. Alright, call them all back. Okay.
Hey, that ain't
I could have sworn there was a map. I don't know what the hell that does.
nice.
Guess there's not. Oh well. What's over here? Is there anything? No, they can't do anything with that. Looks like there's a chest in this little building. Oh, whoops. Fire. So one of them died in order to get treasure. Because I didn't realize I was making him walk over fire. Okay. So there's sheep over there. There's something to turn. People. I'm guessing I have to go over here. Oh, hey, there's a spawn. Oh, two of them died, not one. Even though I have an abundance of orbs for summoning them, I kind of need a lot more. Because the more you sacrifice, not summon, the more you sacrifice, the better your gear can be. So it's a good idea to get a crap load of them. The standard, the melee ones, the brown minions I got now, do an increase to melee damage and I think base armor rating. Don't remember what the other three do. I'm pretty sure the blue ones help increase mana regeneration or increase your mana capacity, or magic, or mana magic, whatever. I think the green add poison damage and red add fire damage. But I don't remember what it does for armor. And it looks like this didn't go anywhere. So maybe I have to go this way.
These
Yeah.
roots? Oh, I've never seen anything like it.
Darn elves can't keep their own forest under control.
Okay. It's a bunch of quests there. I gotta start with the stolen food though, but I don't know exactly where that is. Oh well. Let's see what happens if I go this way. Pretty sure this is the area for poison minions. That or water minions. One of the two.
Melted armor
I gotta
is
have
such a
fire
pain,
first.
Lord. You need to find the red minions. Their skin absorbs fire. They can take the heat off you. Sorry, sire. Just my little joke.
Alright. So I can't go to the fire, or the elven forest, I mean, because I need fire. It looks like I don't think I can do anything here yet either.
And those devils have captured red minions to stoke it. Silly scorchers. They must be imprisoned in the tunnels under Spree. We need to put out the fire to move the smelter. But to do that, we must be able to summon reds. You have to find the red minion hive.
Okay. Which means I have to look around a little more. This is why a map would be helpful. Not sure why this game doesn't have a map. Really needs one. Also kind of surprised at how low the frame rate is.
Why'd you bother saving us?
Let's open this gate and look through here. Alright. I'm pretty sure I can't do anything here because I think I have to get the...
1,000 halflings couldn't do this much damage. I smell magic in the air. That's never a good smell. Sire, I think you should investigate further.
Pretty sure I have to have the fire minions with me at this point, or I get them from here. I don't remember which. These are dropping. Yeah. So I can't summon fire ones yet, even though it's the thing there, so you can't even highlight it.
That must hurt.
But if I do get them from here, then that'd be kind of nice. I don't think I can. I think I get them from somewhere else. So if I'm remembering right, I have to get the food back first. I had to beat that thing to death myself because they were all chasing after a single little one. Not really finding any health. Make sure they do all the killing now. Even though they're gonna die a lot. Because fire easily kills them. Alright. We killed the little. Actually, focus on the big. Which didn't use any fire, so maybe that one wasn't a fire one. No, it gave regular, so that wasn't a fire. That's nice. Yeah, so it looks like this is just a dead end. Probably. because I can't go anywhere there. I was defense the other direction. Pick up that. Wait a minute. Some of them don't have any weapons. There. Sent up the wrong ones. So, it looks like, yeah, this area is for when I get fire minions. So I have to summon fire minions from there and have them put out the fire so I can continue forward. Otherwise I can't really do anything. Let's go see what that crane did. Because I forgot about it.
Now we have the crane, we can start to rebuild your tower, sire. That crane is just the job. Your minions are opening up the dungeon. Do go see it. It's so soothing. You can fight almost anything you like down there, providing you've already defeated it once.
Yeah. So if you fight something down there, I don't remember if you're allowed to use minions to fight them, or if you can use minions, but I think the purpose of the dungeon is either something other than getting more minion orbs, or it's to only get minion orbs. I don't remember which. I'm pretty sure it's to get minion orbs.
In the mood to practice your combat
Yeah, it looks like you can summon
then
and use them to fight.
This is the place to do it. The tower can recreate many of the enemies you have conquered, so you can kill them again at your leisure.
So let's go ahead and summon a bunch and check. So you can summon a bunch of things. Let's try. Fuck it. Let's try this.
Select your minion, sire.
Just to see if it gives orbs.
Good evening, minion.
Skip that. Yeah, so there's a lot of them too.
Massacre out there.
Yep, there are too many. I don't have any magic. This was a stupid idea. Oh, that's how you place it. Way too... No, there's not. So I'm screwed. So I shouldn't have come down here yet. I didn't have anywhere near enough minions. Return to tower.
Salutations!
Because I just lost 10. I don't know if it's a permanent loss or if it's just a little temporary thing. So, yeah, I don't know if you can really lose them there. Let's go. Mellow Hills. Yeah, it is a permanent loss. And kill all them. There. Go over to the village and have a look around and see where else I have to go. Because I know there's quests I gotta do, and I know I gotta find a place where I gotta get that food from kind of like a halfling home area.
Bloody heroes! No respect for other people! Hey! That ain't nice!
Oh, I don't remember where to go. That's why a map is helpful to have. Wouldn't be so bad if I was streaming. I could just run around and waste my time, but It's helpful to know where you're going when you're streaming. Otherwise I wouldn't be complaining about not having a map. Oh duh, that's that. I can't do anything with that yet. So that's the wrong way. So let's check the other direction. I think the other direction was the Elven Forest and another dead end. Right? Yeah. This way was the Elven Forest.
These roots?
Yep.
Oh, I've never seen anything like it.
Isn't there an opening? No. Oh, it's right there. I'm gonna break open that and get some orbs. Pretty sure you can also, with the armor upgrades, you can make your minions start out with increased combat levels before they get armor. Where the hell did one die? Oh, I must have accidentally thrown one in or something, I don't know. That's weird. There. Now, let's go and look around and see if I can figure out where the fuck to go. There's a bridge here I didn't cross yet. I don't think I did. No, this goes back to the starting area. I know it's not Castle Spree, that's the fire area I was at. So there's gotta be something else I'm missing. And it's probably over near the village. Problem is finding it. Maybe up there? There's a teleporter up here. Oh, no, that's not a teleporter. That's a mana restore. Sacrifice font type thing. And the dead end. Nothing there. And this way was the castle.
Why'd you bother saving us?
So, right? Pretty sure that way was the castle. Yeah, it's got darkened trees burned. So, it's not that way. I think up here was also another dead end.
Hey, are those creatures for sale?
Yeah, dead end. Don't remember what this does.
The place.
This might be the right way. I have no idea what that did. Huh. What spell is that? Doesn't let me see. It doesn't tell me. That's annoying. Oh, maybe this isn't the right way. I've been over here before. Oh, whatever. I'll look around just to make sure. There. Dead and some gear. Plus I got a little bit of healing. Even though I wouldn't have needed that if I didn't go and try attacking them myself. There's the troll from earlier. Oh, I do have to go down there. Okay. I can see the thing I've got to open. Well, maybe it's not the same troll as last time. It might be a different troll. So I think there was an area transfer to get to that other troll. Unless I'm thinking of it wrong, may have been a cutscene, I don't know. See if I can find anything. I've been streaming. Oh, okay. Decent length of time for a stream so far. Still gonna stream a bit longer.
Don't want to miss it.
Because I spent a whole friggin' hour just talking about my neck. Take care of the trolls, or the halflings first, not the trolls. Yeah, so this is definitely a different area. Have them raid this building. That's all they found? About the food. The thing's not really attacking yet, so I'm ignoring it. Take care of the rock throwers. It's following me. Looks like I don't have a choice. I have to attack now.
Seems that we won't be joining the party just yet. While they're busy
There.
here, perhaps you should find out where those
I go kill the troll or the halflings.
food.
Okay. Got a little building to break into. Need to get another minion. I'm down to 9. One died somewhere along the way. Not sure when. What was that? I'm pretty sure there was a spawner back here. Yeah, right there. Pathing should make them find the way. There they go. They caught up. Okay, so the building right ahead is where I gotta go. And it looks like this might be an exit of it or something on the other side of this gate. Because the way to open it looks like it might be over there. It's near a door, it's near another gate, so I don't think I can go over there yet, but I'm not sure. I'll look around a little bit more. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can. So I do have to go through the building here.
Looks
Means
like
I have
you're
to open
going
it.
to fit your
hold on.
magnificent and imposing presence in through there, Lord.
There. Alright, it's open. Halfling homes. This is essentially the first game's dungeon, or the game's first dungeon, not first game's dungeon. The game's first dungeon. Run in and kill everything. It's also kind of the relaxing thing about this. You don't really have to engage in combat if you don't want to. You can just have them do it for you. So you don't really have to pay a whole lot of attention. Just sound around and do shit. The game, I don't really remember anyone talking about a whole lot for some reason. But it is good. Pretty much if you like Pikmin, you'll like this. The second one is equally as good. Probably better, I don't remember. I think it also has a clubbing seals type of joke in the second one. That might piss off some people. But, there is something about that in there, if I remember right. Because you start in an ice area in the second one.
Tread lightly, Master, and make sure those halflings never wake up.
Stupid jerks came and attacked me from behind. I was just busy breaking their shit. I wasn't trying to attack them yet. Didn't even know there were any in here. Oh, they already... Oh, no, there's something up there. Okay. Have them break this shit now. Alright, and look around. Something there. Another little pot. Alright. Looks like that's it. So, let's go back this way. Not sure if the frame latency issue on this game is from the game or if it's from OBS. I haven't tested that. It could be from OBS being open. It's not really all that smooth. And is there a way to save? Or is it just an autosave? I think it might just be an autosave, or you have to save from the tower. I'm not sure which. Looks like those are rats. I remember this part. Break it open.
Those filthy vermin.
Send the rats to do the work of the minions.
They smell their own.
Then you gotta kill the rats.
Treasure for the master. For you.
There we go. 167%. I think that's what that said. It told me in this? Yeah, it does. 167%. Okay.
The halflings have got holes everywhere. Seal them up and stop those overgrown weevils.
Sealing the holes actually reminds me of Gauntlet Legends. Because there's spawns in Gauntlet Legends that they do have a limit to the amount, so you can't just abuse it and get as much experience as you want and level up to max level on the first stage. But you can just sit there and kill things as it comes out and wait until it runs out of enemies in the thing, then you can destroy them. But what they originally want you to do is just destroy them as soon as you see them, instead of being max level halfway through the game. I miss Gauntlet Legends. I also played Dark Legacy back on a friend's PS2. But I never owned a PS2, so I've never owned Dark Legacy. But I also like Dark Legacy because it was a lot like Gauntlet Legends, and really want to play those games. Because they were really simple, but something about them was just nice. And the Gauntlet game I have on Steam isn't exactly the same. It's close, it's sort of similar, but it's still nowhere near the same. And the final boss is just stupid. I can't fucking beat it. Because it's like it wants you to play multiplayer. And it has some retarded ass friggin' that thing. I don't remember what the fuck the word is I'm trying to use. Difficulty scaling, that's it. This is possible to beat the final stage on single player. It's just, it's a pain in the ass, and it looks like it's mostly based around luck. I can get right up until the end, and it's like, oh, fuck this. Then you die. And I don't remember why or what happens to kill you, because I haven't played it in a long time.
That must hurt.
Oh, hey. There's a money bag. I guess you get money and food here, not just food. That's why I was getting mixed up with food and money. I gotta adjust the way I'm sitting. There. That's a bit better. Yeah. That's not what I wanted them to do. Make them move this over here, then call them back. Alright, now I can go to it. I guess I don't need that. And it disappeared anyways, so whatever. How many are there? Doesn't tell me. Oh, I have 9. That's weird. I guess one's stuck somewhere. Because there's only 7 on that, only 1 following me. Which is kind of odd. It says there's 9, but there's only 8. There. I gotta figure out where the other one is. Okay, now they're all with me. Oh, hold on. Let me make sure this area is all cleared out. Oh, this was the right way to go. I was trying to go the wrong way. I was actually trying to go back to the area I just got that money from, and I missed it.
I heard those
I'll go back to that area.
they're going to serve us
It's not the
to
wrong way.
Melvin.
Or the right way, whatever.
I don't want to be lunch.
And was this the area? I think this was the area. Because that was the area right down there with the rats. Right? Maybe it's not the area. Oh, yeah. There's a bridge here. Just to make damn sure I didn't miss anything useful. I don't think I did, but I just want to make sure. Okay, I didn't miss anything. Now I can go back and start breaking more stuff before rescuing people. One of them's stuck somewhere. Oh well. They'll catch up, probably.
Regroup.
Maybe not, I don't know. No, they're stuck. Oh well. Where is it going? Is it? No, this is the wrong way. That was a weird bug. What happened? happened there? I can't repeat it. It's like stuff was loading and unloading, whatever. Kind of like distant textures mixed with close-up textures. That was odd. Yeah. All the way back to the start, so let's go this way. And did I go in here? Yeah, that's where I already went. That's where that one is stuck somewhere. Let's break all this stuff. Alright, go in here and I'll rescue the people after I break stuff.
Oh, you've returned. Oh, get me, us, out of here.
Get me out because
the
you're only
wheel.
thinking to yourself. Get me out of here. Not just
Waving
everyone.
Big toasting forks at me. Ooh.
Jeez. Rock thrower. Let me close up this entrance here first. There. I guess it's closed. It's all smoky. I wouldn't have to send on the rest of the group. There. I figured one of them needed to pick something up. Then come back and around. There. Oh, hold on. I need to go in there. Alright, fine. Call them all back, then send them all because there's something on the ground there one of them might want to pick up. No? Guess not. Okay.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Hey, those harflings brought a load of food down here. You looking for it?
Come on, let's get back to Spree.
There's nothing in this cage. Damn. I was kind of hoping there would be something stupidly just put in there. Like sometimes in some games you'll find, oh, these people were locked up with a chest or something. Like, the fuck for? Would have been funny if there was one and the special minion guy at the tower popped in and said something like, why the hell is this in there?
What a fine specimen. It must have taken them years to grow. Don't you just want to smash it up?
Okay, so...
Seems that some careless halfling has broken that wheel. You'll have to find the missing spokes before you can use it.
I'll have to look around, get the door open. Before I go through that, I'm gonna go over to the pumpkin. There. That's all destroyed. Oh hey, another summon spot. Well, come on. There's 2 buildings here to smash. There. Oh, neat. I got something from it.
Ooh, an object. I like objects.
Pretty sure I have to follow them, but I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see if they'll do it on their own. So I'm gonna wait here and see what happens. Whatever, somewhere there. Now I can see them. Okay, they're out of sight. Wait a minute. If they start returning, then I won't have to worry about following them.
You can now control
Oh, hey, cool.
15 minions.
They did get there.
15.
Of course, now they're probably
That's double the
stuck
number
over
of
there.
brain cells in the average sheep.
Right, no, they're making it way back. Alright. I guess I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's go get more minions. Eminem song stuck in my head, partially. Not sure why. Not even sure which one it is. Unless it's Venom. I think it might be Venom, but I'm not sure. Don't even really remember what the lyrics are that are stuck in my head. It's just something gone without a trace. That's all I remember. It's just repeating in my damn head. Death while sleeping, like on Walking Dead. And they went and killed people and ended up being, oh, we screwed up because apparently this was just a small group of the whole Negan group. Don't really like how Rick was taken away in a helicopter at the end when he was supposed to be dead. Because now his status is set as unknown and may be alive still, but yet to be revealed. Because he's apparently dead in the comic. Which is odd. Something I wasn't expecting. Because usually the character starts with as the character who stays alive through all of it. This time it's like, nope, just alive. Or just dead, I mean. It's kind of odd. I guess now I'll go over there, get a better view of what they're doing. I guess I didn't have to. It was already pretty cleared out. So that's back the way I came from. So I guess I'll go through here. Pick up? No. Okay. Looks like there's some rats in here. Go and make them attack them. Make them attack the rats in a sec. Okay. Looks like that might be all. We can move around here. Alright. Back up the stairs, and before I go back to where they were bringing that thing, looks like there's something over there. I don't know. I guess I'll check back there where they're bringing the lever handle or whatever thing. I gotta check up here and see what it is first. Just since I'm here, why not? Okay, it looks like I do need to do this, because that looks... Yeah, that's the other side of the door. Right? No, that's a different area. Because there's a lever on the other side of... No, or... Whatever. That's probably an area where the lever door leads to. Or turn door, whatever the fuck. The handle they just used. Or they're trying to go to use. I guess none of them need that. A lot of stutter in this little area. Oh, there, they got back finally. There it is. Let them come up here and open it. Oh, hold on. I have to find another lever still? What? Must be something I'm missing. Is there something over here? No. I need to go get that other minion first. Just in case I find something that requires all 15. Not sure if I will. I'm pretty sure I'll find something that takes 10. Let's see, are they up there? They're not up there. Pretty sure they're over here somewhere. Just don't know where. Not that way. Where the hell are they? The fuck? I'm just gone. That's weird. Maybe they're stuck in a building thing? Somewhere? Keep pressing B to try to call. Huh. Odd. Okay, if they're not over there, must be stuck in a different area. Just not sure where. Let's place... What? How do I place that? Oh, that's dumb. It doesn't let me place a flag. Oh, weird. I was able to place a flag when I was at the tower, but now I can't place one. Because I can't place a flag until I get multiple types of minions. Are they in here? I don't see them anywhere. They're not in here. Are they back at the start? No, they're not back at this. That's weird. I think they might be stuck inside a wall or something. Not sure. Oh well. I'm just gonna continue forward and see if I can figure out where the other handle is for the thing for the door. Well, there's a lever. I think this is the one. Yeah, that's the one I already saw. So I just went back to where I was trying to find the other direction for an accident. And there's no other... No, okay. I know there's another path before I turn here. Somewhere. I think. There? Oh, hey, this isn't broken. I guess I haven't been this way yet. That's another good thing about breaking stuff. Helps you figure out where you haven't been. Oh, it was right friggin' here. Duh. It's right in front of me. Just ran around like a dumbass. Looking for something I didn't need to really run around for. Some home things to break in here. Start with the one on the left. It's destroyed. Left corner. That was destroyed. Got halflings. And some towards the right corner. And this one. There. Okay. It looks like there might not be anything else here to pick up. There's a barrel near that handle, just to make sure. Oh, there was stuff in there. Okay, make them going through here as well. And back in there one more time. And I'll do the same with the others. Start with this one. Okay. Left corner. Yeah, there was stuff there. So this one. Nothing. And looks like they can't get that. Oh yeah, they can get the barrel. Okay. Bring it back. And follow. Kind of a weird animation for that handle. Oh well.
Good.
There we go.
Now you'll need 12 minions to turn it. They gain position.
Aw. Okay. Captain Holmes, part 2. And I got all my minions back instead of one being stuck and lost in wherever the fuck it was. Because I did an area transfer. Which is nice. There's a summon. Or spawn or whatever. Go and break this stuff.
We found the nest, sire. Careful! You should not alarm them all at once. Otherwise, they'll have your minions upside down in a pot before you know it.
Okay. So, let's go over this way first. So, I wanna... Here we go, some rats. That'll work. The rats are friendly right now until all of them are dead. And there's no real need to kill them myself. Go ahead and destroy that. Bring them around. 3 more rats. Damn. Okay, now all the rats are enemies. So just break everything. Calling them back. I'm gonna all have them go over to the thing on the ground there all at once, just in case one of them needs it. None of them need it. Alright. Get a little flower thing. Check the other side before I go down the stairs. Go over and destroy the buildings. Looks like there's nothing in that. And there's more buildings over there. That was close. That idiot almost attacked him.
That's mine.
Alright. Oh well, one of them died because they were stupid and went to try and break stuff. No big deal. I'll just summon another one. Trying to make them all pick up that thing, but they keep going towards the other side there. Where I don't want them to go. Guess I'll make them pick everything up here. Guess they're not going to pick up the health because I have full health. Open the chest. Pick up all the stuff from the chest. And I already made him run across that, so what about this? I don't need that? Alright. Run around to the other side, take a quick look, make sure there's nothing they need to pick up for me, or me to pick up. Alright, there's nothing. Alright, go summon one more, then I'll kill the rest of the halflings. Oh, hey, there's something up here to break.
That's mine.
Anything else? No? Okay. There we go. Gonna end up losing a lot of them.
For the Overlord.
Oh, only lost 2 so far. There's still one more of them down here. Oh, okay, that wasn't too bad. Music was also decent. Go ahead and summon 2 more to replace the ones that died.
For the Overlord.
Come on, I know one of you, at least, probably. There you go. Get up, finally. Gotta be at least another one of you that needs something that you're not picking up here.
Yes, Master.
Alright. I'm gonna break that while opening. Same as this, that, and the stuff on the left. There's a boss type enemy, sorta. Not really a boss, more like a mini boss type, just a strong one. Oh, died pretty easily. I remember that knife wielding jackass giving me trouble. Okay, that's gotta be opened somehow. Not sure how. That's where the food is, so I guess I have to finish the area first. Hey, something open. Alright. Release the rats. Don't think the rats are really gonna do any good. More rats over here. See if that helps. Oh hey, there's a lot more.
There's the food. Use your minions to move it, Master.
There. They're distracted. There's more rats. And have them all return. There we go. Now I gotta kill all the rats. There we go. Have them all go down, collect stuff. And I don't know if I can go down. Can I? No, I cannot. Okay. This is an area where you have to control with the minions. So see about moving around over here as much as possible. That sounds like they're breaking stuff. Nothing to pick up. So I guess you don't have to open the door over there, because you have to come in from this side to get it. Or the door's already open because they're bringing it away and not bringing it over here. So that's interesting. I'll wait for those to get back. And then I'll go check the door. Isn't there another path? Yeah, there's still another direction over there. I'll check in a sec. Oh yeah, it is open. Okay. Let's call them all back before I speak to the people, just in case it makes me exit. Have them run around here now that I have a better view of it. Nothing. Oh, that's why I did open it and I didn't notice. So they were off screen. That's probably why that group got stuck and couldn't move them. They got split up from the ones who are carrying. And it looks like, okay. This just went around in a circle. That's a shadow bug. That's what it was. It wasn't a texture bug. It was a shadow bug. Okay. Good to know. Alright.
Spree is saved! Thank you, Lord!
If you could just place the food over here, Lord, we shall take it up to Spree.
That food would provide you with a substantial amount of life force, sire. You could leave in the food. Just walk next to the platform and let your minions leave the food supply on it. Or if you're feeling particularly evil, why not just keep it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the evil thing this time around.
Dispose of the witnesses.
Yeah, because I've never done this part before. I've always did that good thing, or always done the good thing I did. I had the intention of trying the evil thing one day, but back on Xbox 360 I had a lot of fucking games. That was what my money was going to back then, was just games on Xbox 360. And games on computer. There wasn't a lot of other really expensive stuff yet, back when I had a 360, so I don't think I had a 360 when I was getting my trike yet. But then, ever since starting to get my trike, I started going and having a lot of expensive stuff. So hopefully that will change as soon as I finish my new computer, which I do have the CPU for, finally. It's in the box over there. I'll show it at the end of the stream if I remember. Or actually, I guess this is pretty much the end of the stream. Let me see, is there... No, it's just autosave. Okay. So yeah, I guess since this is technically the end of the stream, I'll finish this part next time. Wait, what? Oh, okay, so I asked if I wanted. Okay, so exit to Windows. Let me go ahead and grab that CPU just to show. So it came in this weird little bag thing. I haven't actually opened it yet because I'm trying to make sure it stays undamaged. Because it's nearly $500 CPU. But it does have something rattling around, but it sounds like it's just plastic of this. So go ahead. Go over to big camera. You can see 99, obviously, so yeah, it is the 9900K. I have no idea how the fuck to open this thing, but I may as well open it on camera. Oh, here. There's a little thing on it. There. Yeah, it's just the thing. I'll show you here in a sec what that sound is that I'm hearing rattling. So you can see in shipping or something, the plastic broke, but it looks like inside the CPU appears to be undamaged. Another little bit of tape here. This one I'm not going to cut it, I'm just going to peel it up. That way I can reseal it. It's still going to be a few months before I finish my computer. I have no idea exactly how long. Between 3 and 6, I'm guessing, because it's pretty close to when I get on HUD for everything. And I have to have money for moving out. I have to be very careful with money. Oh, there's another one there. I do not like this packaging. It's stupid. Like, it makes... That was a weird-ass sticker. It just tore like paper.
Yeah, the packaging makes me feel like I'm gonna do something to break the damn CPU, and that's a very bad thing to have with a $500 CPU. Okay. There's no clear indication as to how it opens. This thing is fucking tiny. My 5930K is like twice this size, but this is really damn small. So I don't know if I can get it to focus on that one. Give me a sec. Open up camera controls. Oh, focus is already. Let me see. Maybe turn it on auto. Focus on that. If you can, please, camera. I don't think you can you? Auto doesn't work. Oh, okay. I can focus on it. Yeah, so there you go. CPU for my new computer. Whenever I get it finished in a few months. Pretty. That's what. I do not like that packaging. Yeah, this thing is freaking tiny. Compared to my 5930K, I don't have access to my 4930K. Otherwise, I'd show it in comparison, because my 4930K is the same size as my 5930K. But pretty much the 5930K, the plastic here, that's about the size of my 5930K. And this thing's a lot faster than my 9900K, or the 5930K. This is the 9900K, as was shown on the thing. It's gonna be kind of neat. Should be a good deal faster. Like a lot. Would be nice. I just gotta put it back inside this thing. I can figure out how. Oh, just like that. The broken bits of plastic out. So here's the little broken bits of plastic that were rattling around in it. That is the good thing I like about this case. Oh, there's where the plastic broke from, too. So it wasn't actually from the busted corner there, because it didn't look like there was anything missing. It broke from that area there and right there. You can kind of see it. So it's supposed to be a second one there. There. As for how the thing closes, kind of lines up in a weird way. Still don't like this packaging. God damn it. I don't know how to put this back in. There we go. Got it. Like, I like it and I hate it at the same time. I like it because it makes damn sure the CPU doesn't get damaged in transit. But at the same time, I fucking despise it because it's a pain in the ass to open. The right way. More. Okay, there we go. Got it. Seal there. Done. Seal. Screw it, throw on this little strip. Right there. Why not? Okay. Then I don't think this is... Though it looks like it might have magnet in it. Right? Does it? Yes, it does have magnetic. Okay. Means... Can... Just throw this on anyway. And it should wrap around like so. There. Put it back in this little bag. I'm keeping this bag. my pillowcases came with a red bag like this, and I ended up using that when I went to the hospital because I had to bring some stuff with me. Well, stuff I ended up not needing because I wasn't allowed to take my specific lactase enzyme meds. They wanted me to use ones that they prescribed while I was there, just to eliminate any potential issues with the IV fluid I was on. Anyways, let's go ahead and switch over to the regular. That is it for this stream. Anyone who stopped by, thanks for stopping by. Anything, or anyone who's watching in the future, thanks for watching in the future. And I'll try and stream next week if my disorientation isn't too bad. It still does seem to be like, after a certain amount of activity, seems to be reducing in general, but I'm still not sure if it's going to continue being an issue or not. It's apparently supposed to go away at some point. I have no idea when. So I'm hoping soon, because it's really fucking annoying, and it sucks. Other than that, everything else with my neck seemed to be doing alright. A hell of a lot better than before, where my neck was just being all fucked up. It felt a little stiff during the stream, but it wasn't anywhere near as bad as last time I streamed before the surgery, when my neck was starting to actually hurt from the way I was holding my neck in the stream. So, other than that, yeah, I can also bend over and basically do stuff around the floor if I need to pick something up that I accidentally dropped. Because I forgot to mention that. I've been dropping a lot of stuff lately for some weird reason. Like, my coordination is off. I'm not entirely sure why. It's just been weird. I'm hoping it's just a coincidence, but I don't know if there's any permanent damage to the spinal cord or the nerve. If there is permanent damage there, then that would explain why I keep dropping stuff lately. But like, even just either yesterday or the day before, I think it may have been yesterday, I was carrying a can of pop, and it just like, it slipped out of my hand. Like, it was in my hand, normal, and it slipped out. And I was like, what the fuck? And what it felt like is I was using the right amount of strength to hold it, but it's like the communication was wrong. Like, because your brain kind of learns through experience how much force to use on something, so you don't use too much. So if you go and pick up a jug of milk, you know it's full. Use the exact amount of strength you need to pick it up and do whatever you need with it. But if you think the jug of milk is full and it's actually empty, you may end up throwing it at the damn ceiling when you take it out of the fucking fridge. Because you end up using the exact amount of strength you need to lift it out of the fridge, but since it's empty, or nearly empty, when you take it out of the fridge, and you're using the amount of strength needed to lift a full jug, you're gonna end up using way too damn much, so you end up throwing it way up. And so it's kind of like that is what I think going on. There's some weird miscommunication with my brain going on to make me drop stuff, is what it seems like is happening. Is why I dropped that can of pop. Other stuff, it's like my coordination has been a little off, but it's not been too much of an issue. I just drop silverware sometimes, which is odd. Like, I don't know. So I'm hoping that'll end, but that's been since surgery, so I don't know. I'll have to wait and see what happens, but other than that, I'll try and stream next week. I can't give any guarantees. It's been a long fucking time since I got any streams done because of preparation for surgery. Then after surgery, it was disorientation, and still disorientation. Even today, there was some disorientation. Even when I started streaming, I was still disoriented, but it ended within an hour of the stream starting. So I kind of estimated that it might end during the stream because it wasn't too horribly bad today. But even as much as a few days ago, it was pretty bad disorientation. It was annoying as hell, but in general, the disorientation has sort of gone away, so I'll see what happens. Anyways, let's see how long it's been. Alright, it's been over 3 hours, so over 2 hours of gameplay. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, and I'll hopefully see you guys next week. Until then, see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Till then, bye.